August is over and it feels like summer is over too, doesn't it? I mean, it's a little bittersweet whenever the summer is over, but I also like fall as well. So since August is over, you know what time it is. It is favorites time. It is time for me to share with you all of my favorite K-beauty products that I've been using this month. Now let me tell you, this month has been really interesting for my skin because I recently went 100%, you know I've been wanting to do this for a while, 100% essential oil free. Cue the like, yay, right? Like 100% essential oil free for the entire month, and I couldn't be happier about it. My skin is super happy. So give this video a big thumbs up because today I've got quite a few different products for you guys. The one product that changed my entire routine, allowed me to go essential oil free. We've got Wash Off Mask, we've got an essence, and we have a moisturizer. Okay, so first up, I think you guys know exactly what product I'm going to talk about. This is the Purito Centella Green Level Unscented Sunscreen. Yes, Purito has done it. They have released an essential oil-free version of their Centella sunscreen. Now, I did recently publish my full-blown, in-depth, detailed review about this sunscreen, so you guys can check that out if you haven't seen that yet. I'm going to link that for you right up here. But let me tell you why this sunscreen made my favorites list for August, besides just the fact that, like, yay on Purito, right? Like, this is exciting news. So the reason that this made the favorites list is because this was the product that allowed me to go essential oil free. So, you know, working a certain ingredient out of your skincare routine, especially a pretty common one in K-beauty recently, right? Essential oils seem to be creeping up in quite a few products recently. Working an ingredient like that out of your routine is, I don't want to say it's not easy, but it is a process. Let's put it that way. It's not hard, but it will take time. And you got to find replacements, right? You know, there's some products that you just die hard love, but you know they're not doing you any good. So you've got to find a suitable replacement. Something that does what the other one does, but without essential oils. That can take time. It takes money, right? You don't want to waste your products. You still want to make sure that they're being used, using them up on your body, right? So it is a process. And the one thing that was the hardest thing for me to find the replacement for was sunscreen. I love Purito Centella Original sunscreen, as well as Claire Soft Air UV Essence. Those sunscreens just did so much for me. But the biggest thing for me with them was the finish. Like, they're so lightweight, they're so breathable, they're not heavy, and they dry really quickly. Look, there's lots of sunscreens out there that do not contain essential oils. Lots that I've used and loved, by the way. But I wasn't 100% thrilled with those replacements. They took a while to dry down, and you're probably the same way. Ain't nobody got time for that. Like, in the morning, I want to go in for my makeup right away. I need my sunscreen to settle into my skin, to absorb into my skin quickly so I can put my base makeup on. And those other sunscreens just weren't quite, they just weren't doing it as good, right, as Claire's and Purito. So I just kept reaching for those, even though I knew I didn't want to. I couldn't help it. So when Purito released this sunscreen, the exact same, like, formula, almost, check that review if you haven't seen that yet, almost the exact same formula, but without the essential oils. I was completely sold. Okay, I was almost completely sold, let me tell you, because you never know when things are getting slightly tweaked or reformulated, right? Are the main things that you love about this product, are those going to be maintained, right? And I was cautiously hopeful, right? I was in, but I was prepared, right? You know, we'll see. We'll just see about that. So as soon as I tried this, the very first day I put it on my face, I was like, sold. This is a sunscreen for me. This is exactly the same. It performs exactly the same. So lightweight, no white cast, completely breathable. It's non-irritating, it's non-drying, it's a hydrating sunscreen. It's got a great neutral finish, so it doesn't make you super shiny, and it doesn't mattify your skin either. It just kind of works with what you got. I love that neutral finish. And it dries down immediately. That was that one thing that I was just missing with all the other sunscreens, was that dry time. The dry time on this, so quick, like maybe 2 minutes, where some of the other dry times were like maybe 10 minutes. I don't have 10 minutes in the morning. So this fulfilled exactly what I wanted it to fulfill. It's a chemical sunscreen. It's SPF 50 with a PA of +4 using new generation chemical filters, very photo stable. What more could you ask for? Honestly, like, it's so affordable. It's like $14. It's basically perfect in my eyes. It solved a lot of problems for me, and I couldn't be happier that Purito has made this move. And by the way, I really feel like it was a brave move for Purito to make. You know, they easily could have come out with a completely separate sunscreen that they then said was unscented. But for them to make the same sunscreen in an unscented version, it could be risky, right? They could be taking sales away from their original product. But at the end of the day, I think that they made the right choice for their consumers, for their customers, people who have been asking for this. And I'm happy that I can still use some of their products. You know what I mean? I love Purito. They do use a lot of essential oils in their products. Not all, but a majority of their products do have them. And so for them to come out with another option like this for such a great product, I was really pleased about that. Okay, next up, I actually want to talk about two products. I want to talk about the I'm From Mugwort Essence, as well as the I'm From Mugwort Wash Off Mask. So let's start with the Essence first. So let me tell you about this Essence. I have been so obsessed with Mugwort. You guys know this. You guys know I'm all about Mugwort. And I think that you guys are starting to become about Mugwort too. Why? Because there's a lot more Mugwort products on the market. This is kind of like an OG Mugwort product that's been around for a while. But let me tell you, Mugwort is a pretty traditional Korean ingredient. It's in a lot of Korean food, and it's actually the significance of Mugwort goes back in Korean culture goes way back. That being said, you don't find it a ton in skincare products until recently. You've probably noticed a lot more products coming out with Mugwort or Artemisa, right? Because it's fancier to say that. Mugwort, not the greatest name in the world, let's be honest, but it's starting to show up in a ton of products. I know that this is getting like really trendy, but I seriously predict 2020 is going to be the year of Mugwort. I feel like 2018 was like the year of Centella, right? like the year of Sika. 2020 is going to be the year of Mugwort. I just think that this is only going to get bigger with Mugwort. I really think this is going to be the hot ingredient. Give it a couple of months, but I really, really feel it coming, and I couldn't be more excited. Let's get back to this product though. So Mugwort, I really like Mugwort because it's so good at calming irritation on my skin. It's amazing for sensitive skin. So gentle. It's great for inflammation. It takes down redness really well. It just calms and soothes the skin. It's got a ton of antioxidants and amino acids in it, which is fantastic for barrier care. Like, who doesn't need that in their skincare? Everybody does. So love it as an ingredient. Now, you guys know that my very first Mugwort product was quite a few months back. I used the Misha Artemisa Essence. Can't stop talking about it. Shows up a lot on this channel because the love is real. Now, let me tell you about this one. I did not really like this at first. Because I was comparing it, and definitely I think a comparison is a good thing to do to find out, right? Like, I'm a reviewer of skincare, so comparing products is a pretty big deal. I should be doing that to help you decide what's the best one for you, right? But it can also backfire on me particularly because I get these biases in my mind. Once something's really good, unless the next product is just as good or better, it doesn't, it's just not even gonna, it will never succeed. Do you know what I mean? In my mind, the bias is strong. It's got to be better than the last product that I tried. So at first I didn't like this. I'm trying to figure out how to say this in the right way. I didn't hate it. It didn't do anything bad. I just felt like it wasn't really impressive. Like I said, it's almost got to be better than that last product. And it just, at first it wasn't. That Misha product gave me immediate relief from my sensitive, irritated skin, right? Sensitized skin. This one didn't give an immediate sensation on my skin. So I was like, I don't know if I like this. I put that comparison out of my mind. I kind of realized I was just kind of being unfair, right? I put it out of my mind. I just started using this regularly because, like I said, there's nothing wrong with it. I do enjoy the experience of having Mugwort in my routine. It's just, I kept thinking it's not as good. It's not as good. It's not as good. I never gave it a chance. Okay. I think we all have done this before. So I just started using it. I tried to let go of any expectations I had and just see what this product can do. And let me tell you, this product works slowly but surely. And that's why it made the list this month and not last month, because it really started to open up to me, or I started to open up to it. So let me tell you, we've got all the benefits of Mugwort here. It just seems like the Misha works a little bit faster, but that's a whole different conversation. Bye, Misha, you're over here for now. Let's talk about I'm From. So this is great for soothing the skin. It's actually really good for inflammation and redness. What sold me on this when I was like, this is a great product in its own right, like stands on its own. This is really good for wound healing. So good. If you guys actually suffer from a lot of acne, like you're just always struggling with acne, I'd actually say give this one a try, because this has really proven itself with redness, with inflammation. I recently had a pimple that I popped. Yeah, I did it. I know. Oh, I hate that I do it. It's a really old bad habit of mine. I've mostly grown out of it, but every so often I cannot help myself. I gotta get that sucker out. Makes me feel like I'm in control or something. I don't know. But anyways, I did it. I regret it. I did it, and you know that feeling afterwards where you're like, oh no, now I got this wound on my face that I have to deal with. Like, please help me, make it go away. So I don't know what made me think to do this, but I dipped a Q-tip into the essence, and then I held that Q-tip on that open popped pimple just to like make sure that I got some mugwort in there, because mugwort's supposed to be very antibacterial. It's supposed to be very healing, right? I thought maybe it would help. So I put that on there, and then I put a pimple patch on top of it. That also helps to facilitate healing and closing up of a popped pimple as well. Went to sleep, woke up the next day. I took a look, took the pimple patch off, and I was really surprised that it just seemed like it healed up. Like it closed up and it was on its way to healing up really a lot faster than I had expected it to. And I continued to put mugwort on it, and honestly, that spot healed up. Let me tell you, it healed up faster than I expected it to. It flattened out faster than I expected it to. And I always get hyperpigmentation if I have a pimple, especially if it pops. And I do have a little bit of hyperpigmentation there, but I'm surprised at how good it looks. Let me just put it that way. Like, it just looks like it healed up really nicely. Now, another product from the same brand I'm From is their Mugwort Wash Off Mask. Let me tell you about that one, because that one has actually been pretty darn great for me recently as well. So I got this deluxe sample in a Wish Trend order. I didn't try it right away. I pulled this out recently because the mugwort love is real, right? So let me first tell you that this is a great size, because I got like over 10 applications. I think I got like 10 or 12 applications out of this little guy. So this is great. If you get this or you can purchase it, it's worth it to try the mask out. And I love this mask. It's got real pieces of mugwort in it, which is really cool. This particular mask, it's not really hydrating or moisturizing. It's really just more about like soothing and calming your skin, which who doesn't need that, right? Especially in the heat. I really like this mask because it's got great cling. It just sticks to your skin so well. It's not sliding around. It goes where you put it. It stays where you put it, which is what led me to put this on in the shower. I am a really big fan of using wash off masks in the shower. It creates this really fantastic protective layer on your skin that protects your skin from all the steam and the hot water, from taking a lot of your hydration and moisture out of your skin through transepidermal water loss. If you have dehydrated skin, weak moisture barrier, damaged moisture barrier, or really dry skin, try this method out. Honestly, you will notice a big difference in your hydration levels after showering. So I put this on and tried it because I was like, I think that this will work really well. And you know what? It did. It's got that great cling, so it doesn't melt off of your face. It doesn't drip down and like sting your eyes or anything. So it works really well in the shower because it just hangs on. I liked it so much that I actually just bought the full size. That's how much I liked it. So this definitely makes the favorites list this month. So I've been using the Iope Derma Repair Cica Cream for months now, and I really like it, but it never really made a favorites list yet. But this month it really earned its place, and I'm really excited to talk about this because, moisturizers, besides sunscreen's like number one, but number two, hardest skincare product to get just right, because there's so many individual needs. It's so personalized, right? So individual, is moisturizers. They're really hard because there's a lot of stuff going on that we need for moisturizers, right? It's got to work with your makeup. It's got to dry down quickly. It's got to be protective enough. It's got to be moisturizing without being too greasy. It's got to be breathable. There's a lot going on with moisturizers, and we all have our like laundry list of things we want our moisturizer to do. Moisturizers, you know, that's one area. As much as I love consistent skincare, just kind of using the same products, moisturizer is one area that I feel more comfortable switching out, like even on like from day to day or even from morning to night, based on what my skin is telling me in that particular moment, right? Because sometimes you need a moisturizer that's going to work better for your makeup application. Maybe you're going to go to like a party or a wedding, you're going to have your picture taken, you want to make sure you don't look too shiny, you need a good lightweight moisturizer that acts as a good base, right? Sometimes your skin's so irritated or so dry, you just need something super comforting on your skin, so you go for something maybe a little bit richer, a little heavier, all different kinds of things going on. So I don't mind switching out my moisturizer that much. That being said, this Iope Derma Repair Cream, this is the only one I've been reaching for, pretty much only one I've been reaching for, like morning and night. Crazy, right? It's like doing the job of everything I want it to do. So first thing I love about this is the texture. It is moisturizing. It's really protective on the skin, but it's so lightweight. It absorbs like so quickly, and it doesn't have any kind of finish. Like when you run your hand across your skin with the cream on it, you don't pick up any greasiness, you don't pick up any shine, you don't pick up any richness. It really, really locks down your skincare too. So good for dehydrated skin. That is a really important element. When you have dehydrated skin, you're losing hydration out of your skin on the daily, right? Like it's just water is escaping through your skin. So having a really good moisturizer that locks it down, but still breathable, right? Locks it down is really important. This does that. It's protective enough for your skin. It's not heavy. It's not suffocating. It's not greasy. Because it dries so quickly, it's ideal for the morning. You can just go in for your sunscreen right away or your makeup layers right away. Like there's really no dry time or absorb time on this. No pilling. It works super well with different layers with it. It works so well. Now, this is actually protective enough for nighttime too. I usually will switch to a heavier cream at nighttime, but honestly, this, and if you're feeling super dry or super dehydrated, this and a sleeping pack is like the ultimate duo, right? But just this on its own is actually enough for my skin at night, which was shocking to me. Now, let me tell you one other thing that happened with this cream recently, which is why I was like, this is going on my favorites video for August. So I recently just tried a wash off mask from a really famous Western brand. What was I thinking? I don't know. I just like to know what's out there. You know, I like to challenge my K-beauty addiction, because I always come back to K-beauty. You know what I mean? Like, I'm like, yeah, that's right. I'm making the right choice investing in K-beauty. I tried this Western mask. You might have seen this on my Instagram stories, and it messed up my skin. Like, I was really surprised. This was supposed to be a honey mask that was supposed to be soothing. Let me just tell you, it was pharmacy honey. I think it's called honey potion. Anyways, I put this on and it irritated my skin. It made my skin super red and really irritated and very like dry and dehydrated feeling, which is not how your skin should feel after a honey mask. So I was like, dang it. So I did a really, really bland, really, really soothing, super moisturizing skincare routine. And I didn't grab the Iope. I went for a CeraVe. It made sense, right? Like, give me some ceramides, give me some CeraVe. That's really my home base, like really bland moisturizer that I go towards. So I just grabbed that and put that on, and it felt good. I was at home, I was working on my computer, and like 3 hours later, I was like, oh my God, my skin still feels like that irritation, that feeling was creeping back in, especially around my mouth. That's where it always seems to show up first, right? Is around the mouth area. I was like, my skin hurts. The mask messed it up. So I was like, okay, what can I do? What can I do? Because it was really like, oh, it was bothering me. I was like, I couldn't handle it. So I was like, what about the Iope? It's a Cica cream. Why don't you just put Cica on it? duh. This is a Cica cream. You can use this as a spot treatment, or you can use it as a full-on face moisturizer. It's actually, I love that about this. So I used it as a spot treatment. I put it on my chin and mouth area, and it gave me immediate relief. That feeling was making me crazy, mostly because I was just upset that I had tried this mask and it had kind of like messed up my skin, which had been doing so well, right? But it was all I could think about. And so when I put this on and that feeling went away, I was like, hello, this stuff is amazing. So this has a lot of madecassoside and panthenol in it. It's a very soothing, very, very soothing formula, very, very clean, great for sensitive skin. And it works really well as a spot treatment for sensitivity, for irritation, but it also happens to be a fabulous moisturizer. So this, I mean, this is really, I have put this through so many tests and it has passed every single one. I'm so impressed with this Iope cream. And I couldn't recommend this enough. So those are my favorite products from August. And I just want to give you guys an update on this experiment that I've been running, being completely essential oil free. As you know, for a long time, I've had some bad experiences with essential oils, specifically with certain products, but I've also had this sneaking suspicion for a long time that they have been doing a lot more harm on my skin than I was really kind of aware of for a while, right? So becoming essential oil free, it was a process. It has taken me a while. I have done it now, and let me tell you what I've noticed. I've been completely essential oil free for 30 days and my skin feels stronger. My skin feels a lot stronger, a lot more resilient. My dehydration is so like in check. You know, there were some days where I just felt so dehydrated, like by 4 o'clock in the afternoon. And lately, I just really have been feeling very comfortable. My skin hydration levels have been very comfortable until I do my nighttime routine. I'm just noticing that dehydration just seems so much more under control. My skin also just seems more plump, and maybe that's because there's more hydration in it. My skin feels more plump. And my barrier feels really strong. My skin just feels like it bounces back quicker. It just feels less sensitive, to be completely honest with you. So I'm really surprised by this, by these results. I kind of suspected that my skin would probably do well on this 30-day journey, which is obviously going to be continuing. It was kind of an experiment to see what would happen, and I'm so impressed with the results. So I couldn't be happier. I'm glad that that was a really big lesson for me to learn about my skin and about essential oils and my skin. Everybody's different. Everybody responds differently. But I think it's safe to say that essential oils are probably not going to be going on this face anytime soon. So I'm really curious to know, what are some products that you've been using recently that have made a really big impression on you? What are your monthly favorites? Let me know in the comment box below, because you guys make some of the best recommendations for products. If you've made it this far in the video and you are not subscribed to my channel, and you love K-Beauty, why haven't you hit subscribe yet? Seriously though, please consider subscribing. I release 2 new K-Beauty videos every single week, and don't forget to turn on those notifications so you never miss the next time I drop that new video. So I hope you guys are having a fantastic day. I really can't wait to see you in September already. 2020 is just around the corner. I really can't wait to see you next month and in the next video. So we'll talk soon. Bye guys.